How we doing today, guys? Sam back at Anglers with this week's fishing report. I will mention once again our big pen sales event and rockfish kickoff coming up this weekend. We're going to have a whole parking lot party, all sorts of great stuff. Pen sales rep in the store. Great time to stop by and get some terrific deals. You can check our website for details. As far as the fishing goes, we're starting to heat up a little bit more. The white perch have started to push more and more into the main summer areas out on the main stem of the rivers and out into the early bay here. They're certainly not as thick as we're going to see in June, but you are starting to be able to see some out on the main rivers. There's plenty of folks just going from local shore spots like Sandy Point, Jonas Green. Bloodworms on the bottom is always a great bet. If you have some access up inside the rivers, casting small spinners or fishing with any sort of small lures, casting up around riprap, pilings, stuff like that, you can get into those summer bite on those white perch. So great news on that front. I think the most exciting news from this week has not been up here in the bay, but rather down on the surf. There's all sorts of stuff going on. We've had black drum being caught from Delaware all the way down to Chesapeake. Really good bite there, but mostly it's the bluefish. Folks after the bluefish, they're a hit or miss thing if you guys have ever chased the spring run of bluefish off the coast here. But if you can get on them, you can have a terrific time, whether you're casting lures like bigger metals like Colt snipers and stink silvers in the 2 to 3 ounce size, or you're fishing bucktails, or even throwing some swim baits like Z-Mans in the 5-inch. You wait for those big schools to bust and you can start casting into them. If you just want to do a little bit more sit and wait, you can certainly use mullet. Cut mullet on any sort of bluefish bottom rig you buy from Sea Striker, or locally you can get into some good success with those. So that's probably the most exciting thing. As far as those drum go, using sand fleas or clams, fish bites have been kind of the hot ticket for those fish. And that's just really, again, once a simple bottom rig, a 2-hook leader with some smaller hooks, and not too small for the drum, but smaller than the big red drum we usually use. But that's what we got going on in the surf. Your hot areas have been Chesapeake and Ocean City up towards Indian River. It seems like Lewes, Delaware has kind of slowed down, but Indian River down towards Ocean City has been pretty good as well. The flounder bite has also been terrific in the back bays as well as out front in the ocean side. It's a little bit behind as it usually is, but the inshore bays, Asswoman Bay behind Ocean City has been really good. If you really want to get into them, headed down to Chesapeake or Chesapeake has been great. Drift in there if you can, but also just fishing from shore has been terrific for them. I mean, casting smaller baits. They know they've been doing well up in Lewes, Delaware in the little inland water they have there right inside. You can do really well there. You can fish right underneath the bridge in the heart of Lewes, Delaware, and I know some folks have been catching them using small jigs with gulp. Great bets for you there. The striped bass is still closed, guys. We just have a couple more weeks left of that, and that'll be open and ready to go. Catfish has begun to slow down some. That doesn't mean you're not going to catch them still. Just not catching 30 or 40 fish days like we were seeing a few weeks ago. However, you can certainly go out there and fill up a big cooler of these blue catfish, help get them out of the bay, but also great eating as well. Putting some bait on the bottom, any sort of cut bait, fresh LY, mud shad. You can also use mullet too. It's another good bait that freezes well. We've had a little bit of a sourcing problem with our fresh bait with the mud shad and the LY, so frozen is certainly a good option too. If you're looking for frozen bait, we have the vacuum sealed LY, which does great, but also frozen mullet, it freezes better than any other bait fish, and that can be a really good bait if you have to buy frozen. Some of the areas from shore have once again been Sandy Point, Jonas Green, the right branch over there on the other side. It's been pretty good. And that's basically it. So we thank you guys for stopping by, and best of luck out there.